Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you've all had a fantastic week and have some nice things planned ahead of you for this weekend. Today, we're just going to be giving you a very short and sweet Cardano update where we're going to take a look at the market. We're going to take a look at a few things in relation to Cardano, where it's at currently. We're going to be diving into a number of charts. We're going to be reiterating and reinstating some of our viewpoints in regards to Cardano, where it is today and where it's going. We're going to be doing something quite interesting because we bring this chart up time and time again. You know, this is the roadmap we have set out for Cardano, our Elliott wave theory, where we think Cardano is going, ties in with our price predictions and everything. But what I really want to do is I want to focus on the hard forks and what happens after them. And I'll do this straight off the bat. We are going to get into Cardano and its short-term price because it's actually doing pretty well, believe it or not. I know you have coins out there like Solana. You've got a number of other altcoins, Terra, that are doing extremely well. Avalanche, these kind of up-and-coming smart contract platforms. We're not against any of these. We wish every single project out there the best of luck. I want the crypto space as a whole to succeed. There's no ifs or buts about that. You know, we hold Solana, we don't hold Terra, we hold a little bit of Avalanche. But what I really want to focus on just now, before we get into a number of things, we are going to look at the total money in crypto, the total 2, which is the total money in crypto excluding Bitcoin, and the total 3, which is the total money excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, to really kind of reinstate what we've been saying for a long time. But I want to focus on these hard forks, and the last hard fork we had took place on the 12th of September, and this was the Alonzo hard fork, ladies and gents. We all remember it well. It was the most significant hard fork perhaps Cardano has had. And ultimately we saw a price increase, and now we're currently going through what takes place after every hard fork. This was the Shelly hard fork, where essentially you saw a run up in price to the hard fork, and then you saw a period of consolidation, a period of the market really going sideways, and the kind of hype dying down, and that buying pressure that makes the price go up significantly fizzle. And this was of course Byram, which was the hard fork before Shelly. You know, you saw a price run up, and then you saw this kind of period of consolidation. I'm going to take a look at a number of things. Now I'm bringing this up to really highlight that what's going on today is normal on a plethora of levels. You know, we've shown you so much in relation to Elliott wave theory. We've shown you so much in regards to crypto and where we think it's going. Remember, the Bank of America said that this is the first inning for crypto. This is a 30-year thing, and you guys have the opportunity to be investing in technology that's going to be here for a very long time and going to accrue a lot of money within that time period. So this is really what I want to focus on today, guys, and that is the hard forks, of course, because you can see that after every hard fork, and what I'll do is I'll take all these drawings off. So this was the first hard fork here, guys. You see a run up in price up to the hard fork, and then you see a period of consolidation. You see a period of really nothingness. And if what I want to do is take a look at how long it took us to get to our to kind of break the local high. So if this was your local high, this was the run up to the hard fork, this was your high, how long did it take to then go on and make new all-time highs after, or new local highs in this case, for Cardano? And you can see that here it took around about 121 days. I'm sure many of you don't want to be waiting that long. This was called Byram. If we take a look at the Shelly hard fork, it took round about 67 days before you saw new all-time highs. Now, of course, there is Elliott wave structure in here that definitely has an effect on the price and how fast you know, the recovery kind of takes, where the market as a whole, the kind of flow of money into the market. And now we are here today, guys, and this was the Alonzo hard fork. And essentially, let's just take how long it took for the Shelly hard fork. This essentially would take you to around about the 3rd of November. Now, I'm bringing this up for a number of reasons, because ultimately, you guys know my opinion on everything. You know, I think Cardano is going above and beyond that sort of $7.50 range. I think it's going to get $7.50 to $10, potentially within this year, certainly within the end of this bull cycle that we're currently in. And ultimately, you guys know that I believe we are now embarking on our 3rd wave. Within our 5th wave, you know, we showed you the kind of macro Elliott wave theory that we have in play, and things are all adding up. And this is kind of the reason I'm bringing this hard fork up, is to show you that this is pretty normal. You know, you have your Alonzo hard fork, you have your Shelly hard fork, you have your Byron hard fork, and you get a period of consolidation and kind of sideways action after this. And this is because the hype dies down. People buy in anticipation of the price going up. It's a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, and then everybody kind of you know, exits the market when the buzz kind of leaves, people get bored and shaken out, which is what you're seeing today, guys, only for the price of Cardano to recover and go on to make new all-time highs. You could have bought essentially within any hard fork, and it will be the same with the Alonzo one or any of the previous hard forks, and you'd be in profits right now. And this is really what the reason I'm bringing this up is because people lose interest when the price is very lackluster and low. That should be the time that you're accumulating. This is the opportunity here, guys. It's not when the price is going sky high and through the roof that you should be buying in. It's right now in these periods of lackluster consolidation, and that's really what I'm trying to highlight. So essentially, after a hard fork is always a fantastic time to buy, and I'm making the argument that I believe now is also, in my opinion, none of this is financial advice, a fantastic opportunity to be accumulating in anticipation that we're going to get that next leg up, which we've looked at on a number of different charts. We've looked at it from a number of different angles. You guys know that DeFi is around the corner for Cardano, quite literally around the corner. Lots of the dApps, we do keep up to date with them, kind of roll their schedules back. This is very common with blockchain. You know, we've been waiting for ETH2 for a very long time. Cardano stalled on a lot of things. Many projects out there take a lot longer than anticipated to kind of release mainnets. So things are looking good, and I hope you're seeing what I'm saying to you. When you kind of sell off from a hard forks, historically has always been a fantastic time to buy. Because you then go on to make new all-time highs and go above and beyond that. Bitcoin is doing what Bitcoin does. You know, it's taking levels of resistance, flipping them as support, and you're seeing that today, guys. We showed you a number of things in regards to Bitcoin. I mean, you can see how overextended you are from this EMA on the daily. You haven't really come back to solidly retest this. We'd kind of like to see something like this, but ultimately, guys, Bitcoin's only going in one direction, that is up. And this is healthy market structure. You see an impulsive move, you see a pullback. And we've shown you that on Cardano, certainly on the small term time frame. You see an impulsive move of 200 or so %, you see a pullback. And I think DeFi is actually going to play a real significant role in the next impulsions that Cardano is going to embark on, as we're going to see a lot of the tokens get used, get put into these DeFi protocols. In regards to the short term time frame, and then we're going to move on to something else, guys, you're doing what you're doing. You're essentially, when we look at this Elliott wave theory, you know, this was the one wave. So what we have, and I'll do this very, very quickly for you, just for those people that are new to the channel, and this is what we've got set out for it. This was your one wave in your macro Elliott wave theory. This was your 2 wave, 3 wave, your 4th wave, and you're now in your 5th and final wave. And within that, you have Elliott wave theory playing out. So you've got a macro Elliott wave theory and you've got a micro Elliott wave theory. And I believe ultimately you've finished your 2 wave and you're going into your 3rd wave. I think you've bottomed out. You know, can you see that you have this ABC correction, you bottom out, you fail to make a lower low, which is what we've done. This was the end of your 2 wave right here, guys. This is your trend reversal pattern, your falling wedge, which is very applicable, not just on Cardano, but a number of platforms in a similar way to what you did down here, which signaled the end of the kind of macro 4th wave before we embarked on this 5th wave. And you've essentially made the first leg up, you've had your first pullback, and you're going into that 3rd leg, which is typically, or that 3rd wave within your Elliott wave theory, which is typically your largest wave. Remember, if the first one was 200 or so %, we could very easily see you know, $6 plus in the next wave, and ultimately, you know, this move here took round about, I think, 42 days. We could see a very similar thing take place today, guys. These markets move fast when they get going, but you're just consolidating, and the kind of hard forks are at play here. But ultimately, you failed to make your low here. This was your trend reversal. You failed to put in any lower lows, and you're continuing to do that today, guys. You are on a kind of, if you kind of cut the chart off here, you know, this is a low. You put in a higher low, higher high, and let's hope that this trend continues. And then we will see a kind of impulsive move to the upside. We're still absolutely expecting what we're expecting for Cardano. We're unbelievably excited. We think DeFi is going to play a huge part in this. And ultimately, you know, you just need to hang in there. And we did speak to you yesterday about the flow of money into markets. We've shown you that this is apparent and true, and it follows it absolutely. Bitcoin leads the markets. We've shown you that with Bitcoin dominance. We've shown you that with Bitcoin versus Cardano. And right now you are seeing Bitcoin dominance come down. You kind of, for me, need to take this low out here for me to be confirmed that this is going to continue going down. You could see a bit of support kick in, and Bitcoin dominance could climb slightly, but ultimately, as the space evolves, as the space grows, Bitcoin dominance is going to wane. Now, I also want to highlight that, this was looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano back months ago now at the start of the year. And we were saying that, essentially Bitcoin will lead, Ethereum will follow, and then Cardano will follow that. Now, this is the total money in crypto. This is the total 2, which is the total money excluding Bitcoin. And this is the total 3, which is the total money excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And they all essentially just look like the Bitcoin chart. And this is how you know really with a confirmation that the entire markets follow Bitcoin. This is what you're seeing today. The total money in crypto is further ahead, the entire market cap. The total 2 is slightly less further ahead in regards to all-time highs and where you're at. And the total 3 is even further behind that. And this is because the entire market follows Bitcoin. Ethereum will follow it more closely, and then your altcoins will run. I believe you're starting to see the turn in that tide today, guys. So this was really just a short and sweet update. Remember, if you're not already following me on Twitter, head over to @RealAllinCrypto. You get some more timely updates there. We make a number of calls on there, short-term calls. I also think that I'm going to fund an FTX account. FTX, you guys know that I'm an investor first and foremost. We're not a trader, but we do trade with around about 5% of our portfolio, or my portfolio, rather successfully. And ultimately, if I'm here saying, look, I believe that Cardano is going to see an impulsive move, if I believe something like VECHAIN is going to do exceptionally well, why don't I show you the trades that I'm taking on a short-term basis? Not investment, the majority of the money I have is in investment, but on a short-term trading basis, and show you what we're kind of getting into, whether that be tokens, leverage tokens, or whatever that may be. I've been rather skeptical about doing this because I always believe that if you're new to this market, the best thing you can do is buy and hodl. And that is a tried and tested method, and it works. In actual fact, hodlers will often outperform traders. That's why we're 95% hodler. But ultimately, that 5%, it's a hobby of mine. It's something I'm very passionate about and I enjoy doing. And there is quite a bit of money to be made there. So I think we are going to fund account and kind of do things publicly with you. Let me know in the comments if you think that's a good idea and you'd like to see that. But that is really all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. It's just a short and sweet daily update. And hopefully I'll catch you all in the next YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and have a fantastic weekend.